So what is up, guys? Nick here, back again, part 2 of yesterday's video. Today we're talking about 10 reasons why Apple is better than Samsung in 2021. The first reason, they hold their value better. Right now, you're still paying top dollar for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, Galaxy S21 Plus, nowhere near the price that it cost when it first came out. It's around about $200 less right now. In addition, the S21 Ultra is down around $300. It's only been 6 months. iPhone 12 Pro Max is going to be coming in on September. You cannot find this phone for anywhere lower than like $900. And if you do, somebody's just not selling it to you for what the market is demanding, because this phone is right around $1,000 still. So holds its value. Apple holds their value just better. That's my first reason. Second reason, software continues to be polished, more polished than the Samsung side, and this kind of ties into the ecosystem. But I would say that overall, having the Samsung skin on top of the Android ecosystem, and then on a Windows computer you have some Samsung software, and then you have ties in on the watch, and then you have, you see what I'm saying? All of these softwares for Samsung, they don't seem like it's all theirs, whereas Apple with the Apple Watch, iPhone, and then we have the iPad and the Mac OS, all those things are Apple software and hardware. So the overall polish just comes across a little bit better than what you see on the Samsung device. That's not to say Samsung's not creeping up on them, because they're second in line. They're coming up on them quickly, but I still have to give that my second reason. Apple continues to provide a polished experience that is hard to match. Third reason, security and privacy. Apple puts privacy and security first at the forefront of your devices, and it kind of shows. They have features in here that they're constantly pushing to try to help you, improve this area as well. And with all the updates, when there's a privacy or bug problem, it's getting fixed ASAP. That's just how they roll. So I really do like that. The fourth reason why Apple is better than Samsung is iOS ecosystem is more complete. Now, we talked about the polish earlier, but what I mean is that when you pick up an iPhone and an iPad, they work the same basically, except for a few features here and there. And then with the Mac OSs lately, they've been changing the icons and everything to kind of match up with the iPhone and iPad experience. They're bringing features from the iPhone to the iPad, from the iPad to the Mac. This stuff is just a really sticky overall ecosystem, and I think Samsung is closing in on them. But like I said earlier, with the polish reason, the ecosystem itself, this will be my fourth reason, is just overall more complete than the Samsung device. Number 5, the reason why you would consider buying Apple over Samsung here in 2021 is this really ties into the longer haul, like 4 or 5 years, but 4 or 5 years later, they seem to perform a bit better than Samsung devices when they get up there in those later years. However, this is something that might not be a reason anymore. I'll have to see how the Samsung device is performing down the line, because they've gotten a lot quicker with the CPUs, a lot better with the software. They got the 120 hertz displays on here, which is smoother than Apple devices right now. Definitely got to give them that. So we'll have to see how that rolls down the line, because I think that's going to change for Samsung, and they've been promising longer update support of up to 4 years. So that might not be a reason anymore, but as of today, right now, if you use a Samsung phone 4 years ago, it's not going to perform as good as an iPhone from 4 years ago. So that's still a reason right now, but that might change. At number 6 here, we do have a reason of the video camera. So my 6th reason is that video camera. Now, Samsung has great video cameras, don't get me wrong, but the video cameras on here, they just always seem to have the perfect focus, which is something that you really want on a smartphone. This is a consumer first device. Professionals know how to manually tweak focus and all that, but for a consumer focused device, this one has amazing focus on every single lens, and it has very good overall social media optimization when you are using things like Instagram. These applications, when posting an Instagram video, stuff like that, Facebook video, stuff like that, all that stuff, it just seems to work perfectly here for the iPhone's video camera. So I do have to give them the lead there. I just think they always produce the more enjoyable video results than the Samsung camera. Now, Samsung can throw at you 8K specs all day, but I'm still saying right now, I think the focus is overall just a little bit better for the iPhone. At number 7 is something you really can't ignore. I'm not going to open it up, but iMessage right here, because I have personal message in there, but iMessage and FaceTime, the social apps, the communications apps, they're just something that cannot be ignored. Now, I know in certain parts of the world, they're not that serious, but here in the US, where Apple has its biggest market, definitely is a huge reason why people don't even consider or entertain the idea of a Samsung device. So FaceTime and iMessage, just hard to go without those for a lot of people. So for real, that's a serious real reason. At number 7, hard to overlook those right there. Apple's still better in that category. I really wish they would just bring iMessage FaceTime over to Android devices. It would be pretty useful, as then people will be able to use Android without having to say, I got to use the iPhone because of iMessage. At number 8, Apple does not allow bloatware on their devices. So whether you buy this at AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, it doesn't matter where you buy the phone, you are not going to have bloatware on the device, which is amazing. So you know, some Samsung devices, this is an unlocked model, but if you buy a carrier based model, you're going to get those annoying bloatware applications you didn't ask for on your phone, and it just dirties up the experience. It doesn't look as clean overall. So I would say that the iPhone's still a little bit more clean out of the box. Only certain Samsung devices, mine for example, with being unlocked here, was super clean like an iPhone. But if you buy it carrier based or you buy a prepaid one in the box, you're probably going to get bloatware on there, which is rather annoying. So I would say Apple a little bit cleaner here out of the box, still giving them the reason there at number 8. For number 9, the customer service, especially if you are in the United States of America, you definitely have a lot of customer support here. If you go to the Apple stores, they're pretty much everywhere, you know, around major cities. So if you live in any major city, you're gonna be able to find an Apple store where you can get product support, customer service. You can return devices if you don't like them. It's not the case with Samsung. You have to mail your stuff in, you have to mail it back. There's not a Samsung store on every corner. Yes, I've definitely experienced this multiple times. If something goes wrong, you got to go to a third-party outlet to get something fixed. It's super annoying. Apple definitely winning out here in that category, and that's a strong reason, especially again if you live in the US, to pick up an iPhone. At number 10, the 10th reason is that Apple still makes small phones. For people who don't want large phones, Samsung seems to be going to those large phones for almost everything. I would say the Z Flip is pretty small when it's folded. However, it's not a true small phone when you open it up. Over here you have the SE, and then we have the iPhone 12 mini, of course, which is also a pretty small phone as well. So yeah, it's actually smaller than the iPhone SE. So we do have small phones that are available for the Apple side. Pretty much everything on the Samsung land right now is going to a large smartphone. Not everybody wants a large smartphone. So I would say I'm gonna have to give Apple the reason there for being better in 2021 is just having small phone options. They haven't forgot about those small phone lovers out there. And that's about it here. 10 reasons why Apple is better than Samsung. Now, if you didn't see my 10 reasons why Samsung is better than Apple, you might want to check that out. But you got to see, you should be able to see throughout these 2 videos that I made here just how close these phones are. They are literally going head to head here. And at this point, it really comes down to which reasons resonated with you more. So go ahead and check out my video on the Samsung. Come back to this one if you want to watch it again, and then you can kind of see which one of those reasons, 10 reasons on each side, which one went to the heart more for you. Like if you feel it in there, you know, like that's me, then get that phone. That's going to be the phone choice that you should go with. If you found this video entertaining, informing, enjoyable, do me a favor and click that like button for me down below. Smash it. It helps the algorithm. It helps me get some more reach on these videos, and I really would appreciate that. So thank you very much for watching. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. I will catch you all in the very next episode. Be sure to be well, and peace.